Alright, we back, man. You already know we do the shout-outs at the end of the video. Make sure you watch to the end of the video so you can shout you out. Something else, if you're new to the channel, yo, subscribe real quick and let us know where you're watching from in the comments. Every video we shout somebody out and where they watching from. As you can see, New York is looking lovely right now. The hurricane on its way from Miami, but right now we looking nice, man. I want to know how dope is looking where y'all at, so y'all let me know in the comments. Now, we're going to get to this video. I ran into some dope video. It's called Average American versus Average British Person. Now, y'all already know, man, I spent a lot of time out in the UK. You know, I spent a lot of time here. You know what I mean? So, I'm curious what they're going to talk about. So, let's see. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all feeling what they talking about. If y'all not, I'm going to let y'all know right now. Let's get to it.
Two of the closest allies in the world today are the United States of America and the United Kingdom of Great Britain, with both countries considering their bilateral partnership to be the strongest of bonds. The British-American bloodline runs deep, with millions of Americans identifying themselves as having either English, Scottish, Welsh, or Scotch-Irish ancestry. Given these close ties, we thought it would be fun to compare these two powerful nations in this episode of the infographic show, The Average American versus the Average Brit.
Yo, real quick, what I want to say is, yo, you know what's crazy? You would think that Americans and British people, like, our passport would be good at both because we're such tight allies. So you would think I could just move to London on my own without no work visa, no school visa, and vice versa, or I gotta go get married to some chick or something. You would think, but I don't know. Somebody gotta talk to somebody about that because we gotta get that fixed, man. And y'all could come out here, you know what I mean? I could come to New York, Miami, and all that. But let's keep it going.
Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button so that you can be part of our notification squad. First of all, we should explain what the United Kingdom of Great Britain is, as it's often an area of confusion.
A lot of people, the average person in America, do not know this right here. You know what I mean? This is exactly what he's about to say. The average person don't know this, but let's keep it going.
When we talk about the UK, we are referring to the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, which is a sovereign state consisting of 4 countries: England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. The average Brit we are discussing today is someone from the UK. In terms of ancestral relations, according to a Census Bureau American Community Survey, nearly 27 million people identified as being part English, over 5.5 million said Scottish, about 5 million said Scotch-Irish, and nearly 2 million said Welsh. Although
y'all see how they just skipped the black dude over there? Like, they skipped them. They had everybody, and then they skipped them. They showed the Welsh chick. They showed the Scottish guy. Let's keep it going on.
Irish and German Americans make up larger portions of the US public. It's thought there are a lot more Americans that have Brit blood flowing through their veins but no longer consider themselves being anything other than a full-blooded American. With this in mind, we'll start with some comparisons of a physical nature. The average Brit stands just a fraction taller than the average American, with the BBC lately reporting that the average man in the UK is now 5 feet 10 inches and the average woman is 5 feet 5 inches. American men average 5 feet 9.5 inches and American women 5 feet 3.5 inches.
How accurate do y'all think that is? I'm not gonna lie, I'm 5'9", so he on point with me, but I'll be outside, I'll be feeling short compared to everybody I'm walking next to, so I don't know about 5'9" being the average height, you know what I mean? But let's keep it going.
Both countries are considered to be not so well proportioned when compared to other more developed nations, with a new report from the Institute of Health Metrics and Evaluation stating that the USA is in 18th place on the world's most obese nations list. Only Egypt was the other populous nation in the top 20 countries, which was filled mostly by countries in the South Pacific.
That whole United States being number 18, I'm gonna credit all that to Texas, man. Texas make up most of our obesity, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna throw that on Texas.
The UK, however, might also need to get in shape, with reports stating that obesity is a national tragedy, and that by 2025, the UK will be the fattest country in Europe.
That's the crazy thing. They said by 2025, the UK is gonna be the fattest country in Europe. You know what's crazy? I just read something where the UK is like cutting down on the 2-for-1 specials and all that. So all the like, buy one Big Mac, get one free, all that is getting banned. So that's probably why, because, well, this came out in 2017, so I don't know, maybe they just ran into it, they just figured it out, but let's keep it going.
According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's latest report, the average American male is now 195.7 pounds, and the average woman is 168.5 pounds. The average British man is 186.
Why they got the British girl taller than him, too? I guess because she's standing on a scale. But you see how they got the one in the UK, the dude still taller?
6.2 pounds, and the average woman is 154 pounds. Does the fact both countries are perhaps on the heavy side influence life expectancy? American men on average will live to 77.11 years, and American women 81.94. Citizens of the United Kingdom can expect to clock out at a similar age on average, with male life expectancy standing at 79.1 and female life expectancy 82.8.
I don't believe that, and that's what we was talking about the other day. So I was talking to my man, right? He was telling me some lady died because she had I think she had a stroke at 75. But he was like, she died at old age. I'm like, that's not dying at old age. And he was like, yeah, or she died at 78 or something. He was like, yeah, because the average person only lives to see this age. And it was some low number like this. So is that considered dying of old age if they're saying the average dude is going to die at 77? So if a dude dies 76 by a heart attack, that's old age? Y'all let me know, because I said it's not. You know what I mean? And we was arguing back and forth for a minute too, but let's keep it going.
The median age, meaning half the country is older and half the country younger, is 37.8 in the USA for men and women, and right on 40 in the UK. Which country is making more babies at the moment? Current statistics state that the US and UK are similar here, with births per woman in America averaging 1.84 and in the UK 1.9. Marriage rates have decreased in many developed nations over the last few decades.
See, I'm not feeling these stats. Women having way more than 1.8 kids per person. I'm telling you, I get it. They averaging it out. So this person that don't have no kids and this person that have 3 kids, they average to this. But nah, man, nah. Women having kids, especially in the summertime, you see it.
Decades. According to the CDC, in 2015, 6.8 people per 1,000 of the total population tied the knot in the USA, while in the UK, that number was 4.5 per 1,000.
That mean in the UK, 4.5 people getting. That mean everybody out just having fun, you know what I mean? 4.5 is low per 1,000. That mean nobody get married in the UK. 6.8, I thought that means nobody get married in both, honestly, because that's like a low number. Per 1,000 people, 6.8 and 4. Put like this, 3 under 4.5 would have been 1.5 in the UK, and it would have been, you know what I mean? That's crazy.
Around 42% of UK marriages end in divorce, with almost half of US marriages ending the same way. On that sobering note, we'll take a look at money matters. In terms of industry, both nations are considered champions of the world, but according to the United Nations Economic Commission for Europe, the USA citizen grosses a higher salary than the average UK person. The average gross salary in the USA was the 5th highest in the world at $4,893 per month, while the UK sat in 14th place on the list with an average of $3,461.
That's crazy, being that your pound is actually more than our dollar, and they're doing this on dollars, so that means $34.61. Yeah, that's bad. I'm curious what the minimum wage is out there, and I'm curious who's the top 3 before America.
Per month. In terms of cost of living, Americans might need the few extra dollars, with one report putting the USA in 18th place in the world on a cost of living index and the UK in 29th place. We must also note that cost of living and wages can change dramatically from city to city.
Yeah, because cost of living in New York and London is way higher than the other country, everywhere else in the United States, and in London way higher than the UK.
If we take a look at the economics Big Mac Index, we find that the cost of a Big Mac in the US is $5.06, while the Brits only pay $3.73.
And that's why they're going to be the most obese in Europe. It's only $3 for a Big Mac. That's accessible. That's easy to get to. That's easier than going to cook or nothing. You know what I mean? You might as well just go get a Big Mac for $3.
At the same time, the index shows someone in London has to work on average 1 minute longer than someone in New York to buy the same burger. At the high end of the earnings scale, the US is home to the richest man on the planet, Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates, whose fortune amounts to around $87
Now y'all know this changed. He not the richest no more out here.
billion. The richest person in the UK is actually listed as 2 brothers who are part of the Hinduja family. Their net worth is around $16.9 billion, according to Forbes.
How do they put the richest people as a whole, as a family, against this one dude? Let me rewind this back.
Actually listed as 2 brothers who are part of the Hinduja burger. At the high end of the earnings scale, the US is home to the richest man on the planet, Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates, whose fortune amounts to around $87 billion. The richest person in the UK is actually listed as 2 brothers who are part of the Hinduja family. Their net worth is around $16.9 billion, according to Forbes. In total, there are 134 billionaires based in the UK, according to the Sunday Times, while the USA has the most billionaires in the world at 565.
Y'all know New York has the most billionaires in any city. I know that.
What do Americans and Brits get for all their hard work?
So y'all look, If y'all see the bill, well, y'all can't see it right now, but it's a blue. It usually lights up blue. That's Billionaires Row over there. So if y'all Google Billionaires Row, it's where most of the billionaires in New York live.
Well, the Brits don't work as hard, according to one study that divided the total number of hours actually worked by the average number of people in employment per year. The USA was 16th on the list at 34.40 hours per week, and the UK was 24th on the list at 32.25 hours per week. The Brits also get more time off, with workers by law given 5.6 weeks of paid vacation.
I know about that. That's a lot. 5.6 weeks of paid vacation. That's crazy. Yeah, it got America with none. I think we get 2 weeks.
Vacation time per year. In the US, there is no such law, and paid time off is an agreement made between the employer and the employee.
Yeah, some people don't have some. Okay, so they're saying mandatory y'all get 5.6 weeks. No matter what the job is, that's crazy. Yeah, in America, it matters where you go. This place might be 2 weeks. This place might be 3 weeks.
The average paid days off in the US is said to be about 10 days, with that number increasing with the number of years in a certain job. The UK has less public holidays though, at 8 days, with the US enjoying 10 national public holidays. Americans may work harder, but they also seem to be getting more for their buck. While the British public have been dealing with drastically increasing property prices, they also live in very small abodes. Studies have found that Britain's houses on average are some of the smallest in Europe at around 818 square feet. American citizens on average can enjoy much larger living areas, with the average house size being around 2,100.
See, I don't like this list because when you do America, you know, they could be talking about in Tennessee and Alabama, places you get big pieces like space for nothing. I think it'll be a better list, like just New York against London. You know what I mean? The two, just because the average American do not get, 2,160 square feet. You know what I mean? The average New Yorker get about 600 to put like this. If you live in Manhattan, you getting about 300 to 600 square feet. Outside of Manhattan, probably about 500 to 900 square feet. That's like average.
60 square feet.
But for the whole UK to be 818 square feet, that's crazy. You know what I mean? That's mad small.
The US also has more in terms of vehicle ownership. America is third on the list of number of vehicles owned per 1,000 people at 797, excluding motorcycles and anything else on two wheels. The UK lies in 34th place on the same list with 519 vehicles per 1,000 people. Rising property prices, expensive cars, what does this mean in terms of borrowing money? Household debt statistics, which is measured by all money owed to financial institutions, whether it be for a house or a BMW, has both the UK and the US in the top 10 countries of the world. For 2016, the UK was in 6th place on the household debt list, and the US not far behind in 7th place. UK citizens looking for a higher education and a good start.
I know you guys' education is better than ours. I know that. So I'm just going on record and say that now.
In life might also have to take on a lot of debt before they actually embark on a career. While much of Europe enjoys a free ride or low-cost higher education, England is now said to be the most expensive place in the world to get a college degree. The latest reports state UK nationals attending an English university can expect annual tuition to be $11,715 compared to the $9,410 Americans pay on average per year. On average, the class of 2016 in the USA owed around $37,172 in loans, while students graduating from a university in England could expect to owe as much as something in the region of $40,000 to $55,000. Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland all have cheaper university tuition fees, or no tuition fee for Scottish people studying in Scotland. Students may still have
no tuition fee for Scottish people studying in Scotland. That's kind of dope. If I'm Scottish, I'm going to study in Scotland, you know what I mean?
Borrow to study though, with a recent report by the Student Loans Company stating the average student debt in Northern Ireland and Scotland was around $26,000 and $15,000 respectively. The Welsh have part of their tuition fees paid for by the Welsh government, but students still rack up debts on average of around $24,000. UK citizens may take some comfort in matters of healthcare, with most costs covered by Britain's National Health Service.
Yeah, the NHS, alright? Look, I know a little something.
Americans are not so fortunate, with an article in The Atlantic this year stating that more than a quarter of Americans said that someone in their household was struggling to pay off crushing medical debts. With that, we come to the end of today's show. Head on.
Yo, that was dope, man. We gonna shout out, who is this, the infographic show? Yo, that was dope, man. I like it a lot. That was dope. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments, man, what y'all think about it, what y'all think was he... A lot of stuff, I'm gonna look at it, a lot of them different, just because, like I said, I'm in New York, so I'm in the most expensive city in United States. You know, some people say San Francisco, you know what I mean, but, you know what I mean, New York. At the end of the day, I look at it mad different. I think he's speaking for everywhere but New York, really, and LA. Other than that, y'all let me know what y'all think. People in London might not feel the same. Y'all might feel the same way I feel too. Like, nah, he's speaking for like Manchester, Birmingham, other spots like that. But other than that, let's get to the shout out real quick. We gonna shout out my man 768M. Said he watching from Manchester, Birmingham, and Liverpool. So he watching from all three, man. Shout out Manchester, Birmingham, Liverpool. Y'all already know. Other than that, man, I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. All right, peace.